am Juliette, founder and CEO of Juliette's Exceptional Moments, or GEM. And it's called GEM because I always think that everything is that I do or I'm involved in is just like a precious jewel, and I treat it that way so that it's exceptional. And Juliette's Exceptional Moments is really about giving people just a minute where you smile at somebody, they're having an exceptional moment. So communicating positive messages to the world through various different mediums. And so I have several divisions under GEM that help do that. And the one that I'm working on right now at launching is J. Ray Designs, which is a clothing design company. And also Gemstones, giving someone a special exceptional moment by way of a miniature stone, which is really exciting project, as well as wireless, because communication is key. But I am very much an entrepreneur and very happy to be one. Having been an employee for many years with the county, I did the thing about going to school, getting an education. I moved out when I was 19, been on my own, worked full-time, went to school full-time till I got my degree. Then rose through the ranks and did a bunch of different things with the county. I was a facilities manager. I was an event coordinator. Worked as a secretary. I worked in the administrative office. I worked with the elected officials. And then finally, I was appointed unanimously to run a department which kept the official records for the county. But you know, the whole time that I was doing that, I still had things that I wanted to do in entertainment and modeling and fashion. And those were my dreams. And so I was doing that at night. But as I rose through the ranks, my window of time kept shrinking and my dreams were kind of put on the back burner. It was about 3 or 4 years ago I said, you know, I can't wait to hear what people have been telling me. Don't do that until it pays you enough money to live on your own. You know, now you don't want to do that. Just wait. I had to just make a change, and so I did. But the neat thing about that, having been an employee and seeing that as an employee or working for someone else, you're spending a lot of time, and if you enjoy doing what you're doing, which I did, you spend a lot of time but for someone else. And sometimes it's at a compromise of your family and your dreams. And you don't get to pick and choose who you work for. As an entrepreneur, what's cool is you get to pick and choose who you work with and who you collaborate with. And that's always neat, because if you're working with people you like and you want to do stuff with, obviously the end result is going to be that much greater and that much of a jewel, a precious jewel, or a gem. What a connection. But anyway, that's what I love about being an entrepreneur, as well as the flexibility and the freedom that I have. You know, as an employee or with a job or tied to something, there's certain times that you have to be there. Being an entrepreneur, I'm very flexible with my time. I can spend time with my family. My dad is still alive, but I get to spend time with him if he needs to go to the doctor or do something, or my nieces and nephews need somebody to go on field trips or anything with them. I have the ability to do that and not feel guilty. I can just work extra hard when I need to. So that's always great. Some of the obstacles that I faced along the way is, like I said, there were people, particularly as I was moving up in my career, that, would have said, that dream's that's not going to work. It's not going to pay you any money. I didn't know how to do, certain things. I was working full time, going to school at night. Was in corporate America. There's a glass ceiling. I'm female. Those are things that I faced, but, and many other things as well. But what I always kept doing is saying, I know that I'm going to achieve it. I just know it. And I still know that the things that I want to do, that I see myself 5 years from now, see myself having fully launched all of my divisions for GEM Inc. and just seeing how it impacts the world. I mean, one of the things that I'm most excited about is what's called Club GEMS, which is going to be something that's going to really impact our youth all over the world. And I won't tell you anymore. I'll tell you a little bit later as I define that and get more clarity on that and start putting that out. But that's a really exciting project. So in 5 years, I see all of my divisions really fully launched and in place, and just helping so many people, just really making their day. Because see, to me, success is when you've made a positive impact on somebody else, whether it's just you say good morning and they're not having a great day and they say hi, or you make them laugh, or to something even bigger than that, that's great too. That's when you're successful, and you're doing that and doing something that you love, and you get paid or rewarded for that. That's success to me. So if you're out there and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to be an entrepreneur, I'm scared, people have told me this, here's the thing that I would say to you is, if it's something that you would do and you would do it, and you do it on hours on end, and it doesn't matter whether you get paid, you just tend to do it. That's typically what you love to do, and that's what you should pursue if that's what you're thinking about. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. You know, just step back, because sometimes when you see things that are saying they're obstacles or they're blocking, sometimes it's just a matter of you either talking to other people or stepping back for a minute and saying, you know, that wall's not as high as I thought when I stepped back, but when it's right here, it's kind of hard to see. So step back and take a look at that, and go for it, and then surround yourself with people that are of like mind, that are positive, that are going to support you in your goals. They're not going to be yes people to you, but they are going to tell you, you know what, you're kind of steering off the path. I think if you go that way, you might have that result, and that may not serve you well. Those are the types of criticisms that you want. Those are the observations that you want to hear from people that you surround yourself. Those that support you and lift you up. And so being a part of the elite team and what we're doing here, and networking with the people that we have in our elite team, is an absolute wonderful way to get started. And so if you're kind of on the edge, don't be afraid, because as an entrepreneur, I will tell you, it is totally different than being an employee. An employee, you're working for someone else, you have a set thing of what you're going to do. You know, it's kind of guaranteed. As an entrepreneur, it really challenges some different muscles, because you're thinking, you know, okay, what am I doing? Am I working effectively? If I do this, is it going to make a difference, you know, on my bottom line? How can I be creative in sharing who I'm about with people? How can I collaborate with a person and they can get what it is that they desire, and I can get what I desire? Those are new muscles that I'm stretching every day, and it's always a constant learning thing. But you know what? I love it. And I think that was a reason why 4 years ago I left being an employee, because I was stretching my muscles as an entrepreneur, but doing it as an employee, and it was kind of hard. And so I got bored, to be quite honest with you. And so I'm so glad and I'm so grateful that I have a chance to be able to do that now, and do that with something that I love. And the most rewarding thing, again, to me is when I see a smile on someone's face, or I see that I've impacted somebody positively. That is just kind of the best. And maybe the ultimate thing is, the other day I was out and I met a lady, and she was looking for something. It was in a fabric store, and I happened to have a picture of something that she could use, and I had it in my car, ran out, came back and said, here, you know, this is what you were looking for. She's like, oh my gosh, you're an angel. And that is so flattering to me. And you said, I've been told that before, but it's just so neat to be able to do it again and again. So I leave that with you, and I know that we'll absolutely talk some more, because I can't wait to share some more and then learn about what you're about. So until we talk next time, this is Juliette of Gem Inc. signing off. See you later. Have a gem moment. Have an exceptional moment. Take care.